Here I'm going to show the lib interface, and as I come in, you'll notice there's the start of my breadcrumb. I can come and click on a design. See, it says home, corrugated. I can then look at all the different styles that I want in different categories. And as I click, you'll notice under the roll end section, it starts building to the one I pick. So then I can go backwards on the breadcrumb. I can go all the way back to the home page. I can also come over here to the folding cartons, and it works the same way. You'll notice it's building up on the left. As I go, I went to folding carton, folders, and then to this style. And again, I can go backwards if I wish and go to a different category and look for a design. So here I'll come over and select this one. And again, you can see in the chain, it's building at the top. Another way I can search is come up here in the quick search bar, and I can come in and start typing. So notice as I'm typing roll end, it's finding everything with that name. I can select the one I want, and then when I have it, I can again go all the way back. One last way I can find designs is I can come in and I can go here to lib recents, and it shows the last files that I used for production that I made a PDF. When I use this command here, it remembers the last one. So if you have popular designs, you can just go to the lib recents. So here real quick to show you, I had 3 in there. I'll just pick this divider and I'll output it as a PDF. Now that I've output that file, if I came back later in the day or the next day, I can come in and just go to my recents, and you'll notice there it is. In this section of video, I'll show how to do resizing and enter data. So as I'm scrolling through here, I'm going to go and see my different categories, and I'll pick some trays, and maybe I want this tray up here, the roll end bin box. Now I have 4 different sections. I can see here what length, width, and depth, what those dimensions are being called out. I can see a 3D image by clicking. I can click here and see all the notes. So I notice the depth needs to be bigger than the front. This is my resize window, and this is again the flat view. The darker blue are my inside panels. So if I enter dimensions up here on the right, you'll notice as I tab through them, it will update the data at the top for my blank and my rule links. So as I make those changes, the drawing will resize automatically. Now if I click on the CAD view, and then if I change my sizes, you'll see it update dynamically. I'll put 15 there and hit tab. I'll change that to 7. You'll notice that they change and update right from there. So you can put in the different sizes that I want. I can also use fractions. So here I'll put 15 1/2 for 1/2, or I could use a decimal, 7.5. It can be mixed and match on those enter fields. Down here, these are data that I can put in with a PDF, and these will write into the spec sheet automatically. So I'll just take a little time to fill them all in so that you can see it. I'll just say something like, I don't know, this is my very best customer in the whole world. So as I type those in, I'll be able to have those automatically put into my spec sheet, and it will save with a PDF. So here I made a mistake. I can go back and correct it. I can also cut, copy, and paste any of those files if I want as well. So here I'm going to come in and show how the file menu works. So after I've resized and have some data there, I can come in. I can at first save out with file save. And here that's just our generic PDF. That's the same from base, lib base, and then I can put it in different file formats that I might need. HPGL might go to an older cutter. And I can just put the file name that I want and save it out in the file type that I need. So from there, another way that I can go with the data is that data that I put over there on the right, I can go to the report, and you'll notice it fills in the data from the fields there on the right hand side. Later I'll show you how to get that icon up there so you can have your own image for your spec card that you want to output. And you can see that that data in the upper right is coming in on that spec. So there I could save that out and have a printable PDF of my spec if I wanted. I can also come in and output PDF, and this is our layered PDF that you can use to go out to graphic programs or to go out to your cutters, and it will separate your files by knife, crease, and perf on different layers. When I have that PDF saved out, I can open it up in Acrobat, and you'll notice here that the through, cut, and the crease layers are on different layers, and I can also have a perf in there, but there wasn't for this design. If I go into the properties of the PDF, you'll notice in the custom file, it'll actually show in there the field names that I'd put in. So they're actually written into the PDF, which is kind of nice to use in other programs. When I want to set my preferences, on Windows it'll be under the Edit, but they look the same. If I want to set where my PDFs go, and I like to put it to my Documents folder, but you might have an XY cutter out on the network, so you could set where you want that to be, and it'll write out every time you do the PDF command. In the Account button, it shows your versions and how many days. I'll come back and show you what that logo does here in a second. You can be set to imperial or metric for your dimensioning and how many files you want in the recent. So when I come back in here and click, I'll show you that recent file. Here's my recents. So if I had 12, that was the limit. I could put less, and that's how many would show up in this window here. Now the other thing that I can show you with it is when I come into that screen. Again, I showed you when you come into this button, we have our logo. So if you have a company logo that you want to have on your PDF report, you just come here, and if I change it, that's what will come on your specification sheet. In the Edit menu, we can come in and use it for cut, copy, and paste. Windows will have the preferences as well. By clicking on these top blank numbers, it actually copies automatically to the clipboard. So those two X and Y numbers I can get that way. I can also select in a box and use a right click to get cut, copy, and paste, or I can get it through the menu.